Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, April 14th of 2019. Tomorrow is tax day. I hope you have gotten all your taxes done and you're in a happy place. Maybe today, well, let me say this first. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Now, I always ask, for guidance on what people are needing and what to bring today. And what I got for today, and I'm sorry I last minute changed the subject line on the email that went out, but this is really about acts of kindness for your heart. And for some reason I changed it to expanding your capacity for joy, but this is really about acts of kindness for your own heart. And maybe that guidance came because tomorrow is tax day. maybe that was the reason why we need acts of kindness for our hearts today. So acts of kindness for our own hearts will, God willing, expand the capacity for joy within us. So again, thank you for being here this morning. So I'm on a Gandhi kick this week, and I'll say more about why. Well, it's a little bit off topic of expanding joy, but it's certainly got a lot of joy in my heart. I've actually agreed to work on a project with the director of the nonprofit climatechangers.org, and he's also the producer of a couple of documentary films, a few documentary films, one called The Human Experiment, one called Cowspiracy, one called What the Health. And this is all about moving, his whole mission is about moving from a world of normalized violence to a world of normalized nonviolence. And what the major factors are in that and how we can make a huge shift. And he's got a lot of resources way beyond what I have to work with. And I am over the moon excited to be starting on this project with him. So stay tuned for more about that. Okay. Now, so, okay, and what has that got to do with Gandhi? Well, Gandhi, is part of what inspired the Community for Conscious Living also is the concept of ahimsa, which is the concept of nonviolence. And initially I'd wanted to call the Community for Conscious Living Ahimsa Ahad, which is nonviolence and oneness. And the let's see, the person I'm referring to is Dr. Sailesh Rao, and he is Indian and from the country of India, and Gandhi is one of his inspirations as well. So one of the projects that we're going to do, that we're going to be working on is, and this is still, in the very early planning stages. We just started talking about it, and we're going to produce a summit that, if all lines up, will coincide with Gandhi's 150th birthday. So, all right. Now, the references to Gandhi and the Gandhi kick for this week. So Gandhi said, "To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer." Those acts of kindness. Gandhi also said, service which is rendered without joy helps neither the servant nor the served. And now, I know most of us, I believe, it is like human nature to be more of a giver than a receiver, and to want to give and give and give, and to have a hard time receiving. And that's, I think, part of how our makeup is, and especially if you found yourself in, in a drawn to the healing profession, if you will. And a lot of people who come to this call are. And I kind of jokingly want to say, and the rest of those who are drawn to this this call might not necessarily be working and making your living in the healing arts, but you're here because of the tendency to want to give and give and give to others, and try to make things healthy and safe and everything and peaceful and calm for others, and sometimes forget to take care of yourselves. And I'll say ourselves. We sometimes forget to take care of ourselves. So while giving to others and kindness to others and service to others is a beautiful act that can really help to open the heart. They say that when you want something for yourself, give it away. And it is, there's so much truth in that, because it brings joy to the heart. Yet sometimes when we don't take care of our own hearts, the heart can get really tired, and it can get weary, and it can get resentful. And before we know it, we're having to give from behind a wall, because we start to put up this wall of protection and safety, and it becomes like a barricade. And it's like, yeah, we want to give and we want to serve, but we kind of got to reach around the wall of our own heart in order to do it, so as not to come from this place of weariness and tiredness and resentment and pain, and just like, oh gosh, this is hard. Because let's face it, man, life sometimes it just gets hard. And being with the people that we want to serve, and part of that is in being in a space of compassion and kindness, is feeling their pain, feeling the pain of others. And it can, oh man, and if you watch the news, which is just full of the worst of the worst, I think, it can really bring some serious challenges for the heart. It's hard to feel all of that, to keep the heart open. And we can say, okay, yes, I want to be in compassion for my brothers and sisters, but boy, sometimes it just gets so intense when it's bombarded, boom, 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 one after another. Sit through a 30-minute news program and your heart is like, owie, zowie. Gotta take a break, right? So we need ways to bring the kindness back to our own hearts. There's another Sufi saying that my beloved friend and teacher Wadud, John Wadud Laird, likes to say, and that is, if you want to be generous, it's good to be rich. And that another way of saying that is, you can't give from an empty cup. You have to fill your own. And in giving those gentle acts of gentle, loving kindness to your own heart is going to help your own heart to release those barricades. Because when you have the barricades around your heart, yes, it protects your heart, but it also constricts the movement of your heart, the ability to expand and to freely move into constriction when needed, right? The heart is a communication mode for the body, for all of us, right? Our hearts are a way that our bodies communicate between the spirit inside and what's going on around us, right? The heart tells us about that relationship between our core inner being and what's happening outside of us. So the heart needs that ability to expand and to contract, and it's a glorious thing when we can feel the full expansion and the contraction of the heart, when it has that freedom of movement. And this is this movement of the heart that we experience as a feeling just tells us, what is my inner spirit saying about what the eye of my heart is witnessing in the world, right? But sometimes when the eye of the heart witnesses too much of the bombardment of the worst of the worst of humankind, and it can grow weary. So it needs some gentle loving kindness. So let's come into our prayer and healing circle. And if you have the books, if you follow along in any of the books or anything, the quality that we're going to work with today is the quality of Ra'uf, which is the gentle, the loving, the kind, the compassionate, the friendly. In Neil Douglas Klotz's book, he calls it the healing wings, which is a beautiful term for the quality of Ra'uf, the healing wings for the heart. So let's come into our prayer and healing circle. Sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee. And together calling on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, beloved, we call on you. We ask you to please fill our circle with your pure essence. As you would know, with your wisdom and your grand orchestration, what each and every one of us has the capacity to perceive and receive, and what is needed for each and every one of us to subsist in, to bring us the healing that you have for us today and all of the gifts that you have for us today. I'm calling you, ask you to please send your prophets, your angels of healing, your guides, teachers, your saints and perfected ones, all of the helpers and healers who are here to assist us on our earth journey, on our journey of the expansion and the contraction, of the forgetting and the remembering, of the moving farther away and returning to proximity with you. God willing, inshallah. So we call on you from our hearts, and we ask you to please send your pure essence of your divine light to fill the center of our circle. Just imagine or perceive in whatever way you perceive this stream of this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle. And take a full and gentle breath into your heart center, and as you exhale, relax, release, and soften, and let your heart center, that funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart space, let that move toward the center of our circle. Let it face like the eye at the very center of your heart is facing directly into the center of our circle, where the eyes of our hearts come together as one and receive this stream of pure divine light, the essence of the presence of the one, streaming into the center of our circle, streaming into the center of your heart. And begin focusing on your breath as your breath moves in and out through your heart center, welcoming and gently allowing this vibration of this pure divine light to stream into the center of your heart. And as you inhale, allow this to stream into your heart. You can imagine a funnel of energy at the front of your heart and allow that to just tip up slightly and allow this waterfall, this gentle stream from this waterfall of divine light to stream through the funnel at the front of your chest and into your heart center, gently filling your heart with pure divine light. And as you exhale, relax, release, and soften. Allow your exhale to carry away any of the excess clutter or just anything that's hanging out there that doesn't need to be there, that your entire being is ready to release, and that with the help of the angels and the guides and the healers and all who are present to assist you, just allow them to wash that away from your heart. Let it flow into this divine ocean of purification at the center of our circle. As you inhale, welcome in this stream of pure divine light into your heart center, allowing each inhale to take it just a little bit deeper, allowing your heart with each exhale to relax and soften just a little bit more, and let all of your heart space absorb this vibration of pure divine light. And calling on our source, in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to please send your pure essence of your unconditional love. And imagine the stream of unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, joining with that stream of pure divine light, streaming right into your heart, and allow your heart center to be filled with this vibration of pure unconditional love. This is the existence of divine love that exists no matter what we do or say, or don't say, we have or don't have, whatever's been or not been, what is to be or not to be. The love that is ever present and consistent and does not depend on us for anything or any condition of this world for anything. It is the ocean that we subsist in. Unconditional love, always available for us at any given time. All we have to do is call. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. We call on that pure essence of unconditional love and allow that to stream into the center of your heart space. Breathe that in. Allow your shoulders to drop and just fall back just a little bit, and let that stream right into the center of your heart space, filling you with pure unconditional love. And let's call on our source and call on that pure vibration of the eternal compassion. The eternal compassion. This is the bridge between the worlds. That is the ocean that our entire existence subsists in. Before this world was created and before each of us enters this world, there is the ocean of compassion. Between the world of duality, multiplicity, of right and wrong, good, bad, constriction, expansion, there is the world of compassion. compassion is what leads us from the multiplicity, the duality, the right, wrong, good, bad, to the love, the unity, the oneness. So allow your heart space to receive this vibration of the eternal compassion. Let your heart space be filled with this vibration of pure divine light, of unconditional love, of eternal compassion. And vibration, this energy, this vibration, carries information that our cellular consciousness can absorb. Our inner knowing, our deepest subconscious knowing, subconscious truths, communicate in this language of vibration that goes beyond what the mind can comprehend. So as you breathe this in, allow the vibration of it to resonate throughout all of your body, to be delivered and permeated into every cell of your being, as every cell carries consciousness. So invite the cells, every cell of your body, to turn to this vibration of pure divine light, of unconditional love, and of eternal compassion. And invite every cell of your body to turn to face this and open to receive this vibration and to receive all of the knowledge and wisdom that this vibration has to teach you about your own essence and about your own existence in these physical bodies, in your physical body. You only have one right now. But let this vibration template you with meanings that your mind may not comprehend, about the truth of who and what you are, about the truth of what you're doing in this body and why you're here on this planet Earth. Let this resonate throughout every cell of your being, and let it inform you, let it teach you, and let it heal you. Heal you of your misbeliefs and misconceptions, and replace those with the essence of the divine truths. And this meditation that we do at the beginning of our prayer and healing circle, as we come together in circle, in and of itself is an act of kindness for your heart. And today I want to take it a step further as we call on the quality of Ra'uf. That is in the Arabic language, it is called Ra'uf. And at the end, that's an F as in Frank. It's R-A, and then it's written like an apostrophe. It's kind of like a glottal stop. And then U, F as in Frank. Ra'uf. The quality of Ra'uf is the compassionate and the kindness, the kind. And I think of the Ra'uf. When I think of Ra'uf, I think of the gentle, loving kindness. So just take a minute and check in with your heart. And as you check in with your heart, as we've been already breathing this light and love and compassion into the heart, just take a moment and imagine yourself like sitting at the doorway of the temple of your heart, as if you were about to enter the most grand and glorious temple that you could ever imagine, far beyond any you will find on this planet Earth in 3D material form. Imagine yourself approaching this temple, and you're at the doorway of this temple. And feel that for a moment. What do you notice about this temple? What do you notice about the doorway of this temple? Now I invite you, as you're approaching the doorway, standing at the doorway of this temple, in the tradition of a number of religions, you hear the tradition of removing your shoes before you enter into a home or a church or a mosque or a synagogue or a temple. That is symbolic of leaving the dunya, the material world outside. Leaving all of the worries of the ego self and that pertain to the material world, just leaving those outside and coming in to the temple with your head and your heart bowed in reverence. So let's take a moment as you stand or sit at the door of the temple of your own heart and make an intention to remove the shoes from the material world and leave them at the door, outside the door of this temple. And take a moment to bow your head and bow your heart in reverence to what lies within this temple of your heart. The most sacred, the holy, the kudus. And I'm still here, just holding space for that bowing and that reverence. Well, let's now extend the heart of compassion and gentle, loving kindness for the heart that holds your divine temple. The Ra'uf is that gentle, loving kindness. Well, imagine the most comfortable, nurturing, plush blanket, warm blanket that would be the most loving, kind, compassionate blanket. And imagine wrapping that around your heart. And let your heart feel held and nurtured and loved and nourished by this gentle, loving kindness. And take a moment and breathe with that, and just let your heart rest into it. And let your heart be surrounded and loved and contained. And allow your heart to breathe. And to breathe in this gentle, loving kindness, the quality of Ra'uf. And recite the name of Ra'uf into your heart's center. Ra'uf is the kindness that we give to the weary, that we give when we give food to the hungry, and drink to the thirsty, and when we care for the sick, and when we care for those in need. And this is the way that we are given to be kind to God on planet Earth. And we think God is the all-encompassing, the Most High, who needs nothing from us. But the way that we give and express our love and our kindness is through acts of kindness for each other. And our own hearts need the kindness from us. Because if we give from a place of separation from the heart, it causes our own hearts to grow weary and tired and hardened. So let the act of kindness be extended to your own heart, for the weariness, for the constriction, for the hardness. And every heart has it, because our hearts grow tired. So breathe in the quality of our Ra'uf, the gentle, loving, kind, compassionate, friendly. Our Ra'uf. 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 Let your heart be held, nurtured, hugged, loved. Just surrounded in a loving protection. And as you breathe this vibration of the name of our Ra'uf into your heart space, your heart center, allow your heart to rest into this warm, cozy blanket of Ra'uf. And as you sit with your own heart in reverence for this temple of your divine essence, the temple that contains your pure divine essence. One of the meanings of Sufism is purification of the heart. And this is the gift of these qualities, of working with these divine qualities, is that they have the ability to purify the heart. The heart, the depths of your being, the heart is that portal that contains that pure essence of your source, the image of your source within you, as each of us is created in the image of the One. That pure essence, the image of your source, is contained within you, and the heart is a beautiful portal to that image. But as we live these lives, that beautiful image that lies within is seeing through the eye of your heart. And some of the things that you see in this world are difficult for your heart. And so your heart begins to become constricted and to close, and it doesn't want to open and expand to its full capacity of love and joy that it is capable of, and that it knows at the depths inside. And our task, as the poet Rumi says, our task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers that we've built against it. These barriers are between that depth of that image inside of you, the image of your pure essence inside of you, and what lies outside of you. This is where the barriers are built, and they're built for protection. They're built to keep you safe, and they're built sometimes because this world is just difficult for the pure heart to reconcile. And so allow the qualities of Ra'uf, the gentle, loving kindness, to help your heart to rest into compassion and to feel compassion for itself, and to release the blocks and the barriers from the things that it has seen and experienced in the past that may not be a part of this present day. Allow your heart to receive the love and the nurturing and the caring. Allow yourself to come into a loving harmony with the truth of what you contain within you, with all of it. This comes through understanding the layers of your being, understanding that you are a being of this pure essence, understanding that these blocks and barriers are a part of your life. They're there for protection, for safety. They're there for just as a message for you about this world and this division between your pure divine essence and the world of unity within you and the world of multiplicity on the outside, all of the challenges that come with that. All of this just gives you information about what is true for your divine essence, the essence of your divine being, as it walks in this material realm. And the truth of who you are as this divine being is in there. And the integration into this physical form that makes you as this earth being is here to know the truth of your reality through the lens of the world of multiplicity. So offer yourself the gentle, loving kindness. Offer yourself the compassion. Offer yourself the understanding. Offer yourself the unconditional love. Your life is a divinely guided and divinely orchestrated series of events that only the Most High, the wise, can see all of it at this time. I'll share again about a little girl that I had worked with. It's been several years ago now, when she was 6.5 years old. And she's a child who hadn't forgotten what it was like when she was in the womb. And she was talking to her mom, and she said that she remembered what it was like being in the womb. And she liked it because when you're in the womb, you can go back and ask questions. Like when you get scared, you can go back and ask questions. And Mom said, "Really? And you got scared? Well, what happened?" And she says, "Well, Mom, you get to see everything." She says, "Really?" She says, "Yeah, Mom. They show you a movie of your whole life before you come here." And Mom said, "Really? And it's scary? Well, can you change it?" She said, "No, Mom, it's not like that. You see, God has it all worked out, and you have to come here because it's like going to school, and you have to go, you have lessons." And she said, "Really?" She says, "Well, do you remember the movie?" And the little girl says, "No, Mom, that would be like going on a treasure hunt when you already know the treasure. That would be like going on a treasure hunt when you already know the treasure." So think about that. Feel that. Because the treasure is here all along. It gets forgotten, and then we're on a treasure hunt to rediscover it. All of this is a divine orchestration. It's perfectly orchestrated for your school and your lessons. Also, to bring out your divine essence and your divine gifts, your divine purpose. It's all a part of it. So give yourself the gift of understanding, the gift of friendship, of kindness, of acceptance, of compassion. Give your own heart as you kneel at the temple, the doors of the temple of your heart. As you surround this huge giant temple of your heart with pure loving kindness, ar-ra'uf, the gentle mercy, the gentle compassion, and again, call on our source, of course, to stream these qualities, to surround us with these qualities, and join your heart in receiving this gentle, loving kindness and compassion. And let yourself breathe, like breathing together with your own heart. As you inhale, Ara Uf. Ara Uf. Ara Uf. Ara Uf. Ara Uf. Ra-uf. 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 And with each inhale, allow as your heart fills with this kindness and compassion. Let those blocks and barriers just fall away, be washed away with the vibration of this Ra'uf, the gentle, loving kindness. And feel your heart just begin to shine even brighter and fill with strength. And allow your chest to lift, your shoulders to open, and allow your heart space to relax, to feel the peace, to feel the joy, and to rejoice in its own holiness, its own light, its own purity. Just let it shine for the sake of shining, because it is what it is. Let that sense of strength come from within, and let the light shine through. I'm going to invite you to allow this vibration to move all the way through the core of your being, from the crown of your head all the way through the vertical core of your being, into your belly and through your base. Let it fill you with this strength. Let it fill you with the strength of this light, of this nourished light. Let it find new strength within you, without the blocks and barriers. Feel the gifts within yourself that the gentle, loving kindness gives. And you can truly receive it on all layers of your being. And allow your entire being to be filled with peace and with joy. And with the presence and with the energy that brings, allow yourself to be filled with that. breathe that in. Let it be you. Let you be it. Let it expand the capacity of your heart's own expansion and contraction. Let it expand the capacity for that life force energy that runs within you to live freely and to express freely, to receive, to give, to feel and exert and express joy in your life. And remember always to give the gentle, loving kindness to your own heart, especially in the times when your heart may feel a little more constricted than that others or start to grow tired. Remember the gentle, loving kindness, the acts of kindness for your own heart, so that your own heart can continue to live to its fullness, its capacity, and experience the joy and the vibrance and the light that you're meant to be in this beautiful world that you live in. Now let's take a moment for gratitude. Let yourself really drop into your physical body. We've been at the door of the temple. We've been surrounding the temple. And now let us drop back into the physical body. To be, take a seat into the physical seat. And feel this vibration throughout all of your being as you inhabit and ground into your physical body and connect in with planet Earth. Being the light, the love, the compassion, the kindness, the friendliness, the gentleness, the compassion, that you are to be in this world. That you are here to be in this world. And that you wish to see in this world. Take a moment and wiggle your toes, stretch your toes and your feet. Circle your ankles. Again, feel your presence fully in your body. And we'll move into our Q&A portion of the call. I'll stop the recording for that. If you're listening to the recording, thank you for listening. You're welcome to join us on Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can find information for joining us live at joyfullylivingwellness.com, joyfullylivingwellness.com. While you're there, you can pick up your 10 spiritual principles of our human existence, which is a one sheet that you can download, print out, and put in multiple places around your home, your purse, your car, your wallet, your mirror, your pantry, your refrigerator, to remind you of the truth of who and what you are and why you're here and what this journey's about. Because there are way too many things in this world that try to take us off course from that, to help us to forget. So we need to surround ourselves with as many things as possible to help us to remember the truth of who and what you are. And with that, thank you for joining us. I hope to see you live and in person. And for those of us who are here live and in person, I'll end the recording and open for the Q&A.